All right, Noah Road here at Stealth Camp. One of the reasons why I do these videos is one, for just a video diary, and two, if anyone wonders what I have to go through to stay stealth and kind of how I do it, or to offer tips or suggestions if anybody finds themselves in these sorts of situations. Like right now, we got snow on the ground, and if I come and go through there's two entryways and exit ways that if I come and go with the snow on the ground, I'm going to leave footprints, and there are people that would notice it for sure. So I got to avoid those two exits and entryways. So I have to make a new, sort of like a hidden back door, way of coming and going. So that's just something that you're going to have to bring your attention to. And heck, I kind of consider this like a hermitage. And, they always got they have devotions, and they have the eating, and then they have, some hours of work. Well, this provides a little bit of work, you know what I'm saying? So you'd be surprised at how cutting a trail through the woods, it's like it totally empties your mind of all of the things that have infiltrated it over the years. And it's like, it really is amazing. So that's kind of what I use it for as well. So have some work, It's not paycheck work, but it is at least something. So anyways, I'm going to show you what I did. And I'm going to deliberately not have the camera pan around too much to where, it's too tangible and visible, like the actual area that I'm in, because I never know who could be watching this. So I'm going to try to keep things a little vague. But there's two ways that I could come and go. And if I go those ways with this snow on the ground, then people are definitely going to find me. So this is what I have to do. Okay. So as you can see, I've left footprints here. And if I just, there's two ways for me to go. Come and go. Both ways, my footprints would be visible to somebody would walk by and see it. So that's one of the main ways I can go. And that is another main way that I could go. Now, I'm getting close to this main way, and I want to make sure that I'm very quiet, because there could be somebody, who knows. So I want to make sure that the coast is clear before I start talking. I want to creep up on the area really very quietly, because if anybody finds me here, I'm sure they will kick me off of the property. Okay, the coast is clear. I didn't pan the camera over there, but there's an open space. Now you see what I did here? I cleared out this different trail. And like I say, it was an interesting, it provides work. And it's more like a playing chess kind of work. And you're always, cutting, and then something else you gotta cut. It's just, so I have that folding saw, you see? Now you see, all this I cut right through the woods. This is no place that anybody could possibly, come up on. So, and this exits out almost to a bridge. And under the bridge there's no snow. So I could exit out, and then there's tall grass, which nobody would notice my footprints. And then I can just go under the bridge, and then I can kind of circle back around, go up the bridge, and go back up onto the road. And there is how I would come and I would go. I would do the opposite when I came back. You see all this? How I had to remove all this stuff. Now, mind you, I did this 2 years ago when I was here in the winter of 2023. Because I had the same problem, and I'm like, well, I can't come and go. So it was partially done, and I just basically had to cut out all the growth. Okay, as you can see, I don't know if if the microphone's picking it up. I don't have the best microphone, but there is a highway there. Highway is crossing a bridge. And this thing empties out just before the bridge, but it's not in any pathway or driveway or railroad or anything. It just kind of, this is it. So I created a complete new back door. And now I can come and go through this area. And there we go. Instead of coming and going through the two main areas, which open to an area that is not heavily trafficked, but it is trafficked. So that is how I would remain unhidden. And it's got a good location to where there is a bridge where I can just kind of go underneath the bridge. And then I can go up the other side of the slope and then kind of jump out on the road at that point, and it would just avoid all of the footprints. So that's one of the reasons you got to find a good location. Not all locations are equal, believe me. And the cool thing about this location, it actually has, there's two very close, in very close proximity. If I did get kicked out of here or something like that, and it was bad weather, and I just, oh man, what do I do now? Kind of situation. It's got a plan B and a plan C, really close. So that's another thing to look out for. Is there a plan B or a plan C, or is all your eggs in one basket? You got to think about that. What else? There's also a couple of, like as long as it's not hunting season, which that's about to end in like 12 days, thank goodness. But I'm around a hunting club, and there are little stands for hunters, like, you know, these small little shed deals where they got the opening slots for the guns and stuff. Well, you can get inside those things if it's not in hunting season. And so after the 24th, if I had to, I could stay in the hunting club, and just stay in one of those little hunter stands. They're like sheds, and you can close the door and stay a lot warmer and get out of the real hard weather. And right now I'm keeping an eye open. I'm not showing the camera because in case somebody local is watching, you know, I don't want to them to be able to identify where it's at. It's just all part of staying stealth. Now I'm taking a look around because I'm going to be kind of going, like I'm skirting the opening where somebody could see me right now. So I'm going to make sure I look this way, look that way. I'm quiet when I speak. I'm looking up anywhere where somebody could see me, and then the coast is clear, let's go. Now I'm out of their view. I'm back in the safe zone. Okay, well, I just thought I'd take you through a little bit, just an example, one of many examples of, you know, staying stealth in the winter. Or, you know, every season has its challenges, and winter is definitely a challenge. There's some advantages to winter, believe it or not, but you know, the challenges are probably a little bit, everything, you're always stiff, you know, you can't just relax. In the summertime, you got bugs and parasites and bug bites like ticks you got to watch out for. That's kind of scary. That's the one good thing, is winter has been harsh. I think it will help. The water levels were getting really low in the grounds in western Pennsylvania. It was definitely bordering on drought. And I'm hearing that there's ticks, you know, on the way that are like Chinese longhorn or longhorn tick or something like that. And they got these funny parasites in them. But this will keep them away for another year and give me some time, you know. It'll buy me some time to find maybe a more safe lifestyle. But anyways, having fun. I'm doing good. I'm warm. And so far, so good. It's working out real well. And anybody that's watching and listening, I pray this video finds you well as well. Maybe you enjoy watching it. You'll never find yourself in a circumstance like this. Well, that's cool. I hope not. But in case somebody does do some stealth camping or just wondering what you got to go through, what about the winter time? You leave footprints. Well, that there is a first-hand example of what I do. You know, location. You got to have the right in and exits, and you know, the coming and the going. You know, the entryway, the exit way. And then you got to have it located in a place that, you know, it's in a sort of, it's got this an interesting nuance to where you can kind of create that your own pathway to a new exit where your footprints wouldn't be, you know, noticed. And it's always good to have the plan B or plan C and not to have all your eggs in one basket in case, heaven forbid, something does happen and you have an unpleasant encounter with a litigious landowner and he's all mad and he kicks you out. One thing too to look for is unless I have to. Like right now, there's no signs on this property that says no trespassing. There's no purple paint. Purple paint is the universal paint color on trees that say this is private property, stay off. So neither one of those is going on here. So anyways, that's a good sign. That's one good thing to bear in mind. Well, anyways, I'm just kind of having fun. I'm finding things to do, and I'm having, you know, in my little portable monastery or my portable hermitage to Noah Road over and out for now.